2020 has been a year of massive change. A global pandemic and quarantine forced us inside. Events around the world were canceled. Then protests and civil unrest throughout the U.S. Cities and states struggling to deal with police brutality and racism. All these events can turn your world upside down. It can leave you struggling to feel normal and at peace. We talked to teens with the Change to Chill program to get their perspective and hear what they are doing to cope.
Thinking back to March when the whole pandemic started, I didn't know how to feel at the time. I didn't know if I was overreacting or underreacting or even reacting in the right way.
One day I am enjoying this newfound time, and the next day I feel depressed and angry that I can't go out, I'm unable to meet with people. My mood would change drastically on a day-to-day basis. And
some people are really anxious about it, some people are not anxious at all, and we're all kind of going through this together, and it's different for everyone.
Our first tip, still do you. Sometimes when we get wrapped up in big emotions and big events, we forget the things that are important to keep us centered. Like making good food for ourselves, taking time in nature, getting regular sleep, getting some exercise, and making a routine.
So I made a routine that included watering my plants, reading a book, studying, and tutoring. I also scheduled virtual meetings and calls with friends and other people to get some social interaction.
To develop a routine for the day, I have a plan for the day, I stick to the plan, and every single day just get past, get all my stuff done. It has helped me not stress out, help me understand what I was doing, help me process everything that's going on.
Eating, I got really creative. I had more time to cook, so I made fried rice one day, and well, that's probably not very creative, but for me it was new to cook my own stuff and not just grab leftovers out of the refrigerator. And
I feel like when you're in nature, you have more time to relax, especially just being by yourself in nature, because there's just so many sounds and different things to look at besides looking at a screen or looking at your TV or computer.
Summer days, it was so nice to go out and get some fresh air, get just the feeling of being free when you're not free, if that makes sense.
Exercise was something I think I took for granted before because I had a schedule for it and I had a time built in for it. And it took me a little bit to realize how much physical activity really matters to me and really helps me.
Our next tip, focus on things that matter and things you can control. You can even make a list of things that worry you that you cannot control. Those things are still valid, but if you can't personally change them, you can't drain your energy worrying about them. Focus on things you can control and pour your energy into making those things great.
The way I coped with it was I applied things I've went through in the past to this and things I've had to cope with that were changing. I just had to remember that change is inevitable and to worry about what I can control instead of what I cannot control, because worrying about something I have nothing to do with is not going to help me at all.
My mom and I went through a bunch of breathing exercises just so that I can calm down when I am stressed and things like that. So right before I go to bed, I do this 5-6-5 breathing exercise. So it's 5 seconds of breathing in, 6 seconds of holding in, 5 seconds of breathing out. So that helped a lot too.
I mostly try to keep myself busy and distracted, but always make time to meditate. Spending some time visualizing a better future and positively reinforcing myself to keep that peace flowing.
Our last tip, feel all the feelings. Lately, you have probably experienced a lot of emotions, some good and some bad. The thing about emotions, when we don't acknowledge them, they don't go away. They demand to be felt. So let yourself feel what you are feeling. Take time to let the emotion flow through you, whatever it is. Then ride the wave of emotion and let it come and go.
Another thing I've been focusing on is journaling every day. I've journaled 60 pages now just because I love writing, and it's helped a lot because you get your feelings down on paper and you can look back at them and see that that's how you were feeling, and you can like analyze your feelings for the future and how you can do better at that.